what you get.
And we're live.
Yay!
We did it.
Yay! Bye. Oh wait, no.
No. It's 7 o'clock. Not 7:45 test kick out time.
I'm easily confused.
That's our job. Hi everyone, I'm Philip.
I'm Tommy.
And this is RCX Unfiltered. And as always, Gregory's leaving.
Yep.
And we have Tess behind the
Bye,
camera.
Gregory.
Tess, don't forget to post that thing.
I won't.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm doing it now. Don't hate me.
Oh right, there's a thing that Gregory was like, you have to post it right at 7. I didn't pay attention to what it was, just that it had to be posted right at 7. Hi, Rachel.
We have a post-it note. Is it a post-it note?
I have so many post-it notes on so many things.
But anyway, we have so much to talk about. No, we don't. Because you know why? Tess still won't make our episode.
I won't.
Dang
She
it,
still
Tess.
won't. And for the second week in a row, we are reversed on camera, and it is still confusing.
Yeah, it's throwing me
I think
off.
this is going to be the new way of life, and I'm not sure I can take it.
Now, on the other hand, us being reversed means that we can read our shirts properly in the.
Yeah, I
on the
know, but it's
screen.
still just so weird because you're over here and I'm over there.
Yeah.
Now, everyone who's watching this says, no, they look fine. No, it's not. It's not.
We should do this with our eyes closed, I think. I think that would help.
I thought we usually did do this with our eyes closed. We got nothing going on. What's going on, Tess? Quickly.
Things.
There you go.
Yep. Tess is posting a thing.
All
I
right.
am.
So we'll talk about a handful of books.
Yep.
Nothing's happening this weekend, right? It's not this weekend.
No, it's
next
not this weekend. It's next weekend. Yep. I will be here all weekend if
Yes.
people want to come by and say hi and buy a lot of comics.
The show that we're doing downtown on March 9th is the second Saturday of the month in March.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Guess I'm running book club.
That means Tess will be running book club.
Even better.
Tess have to run book club.
Yay, I'm
Butch
moving
Club.
up in the world.
Butch Club on.
Yeah.
You're going to run Butch Club
Oh,
on
cool.
March the 9th.
All right.
I'm moving up in the world. I get to run an event, a book club.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see. Jacqueline may come because I haven't looked at the hours of that thing.
Okay.
So, anyway, we have to figure that
Oh, we got an email about the library thing again.
out. Library show. That was Richmond.
Yeah.
Library. That was a good show, too.
That's what, I remember
Yeah.
you telling me it was good.
They worked really hard.
We also got an email today from the Girl Scouts,
Hey, Megan.
and they want to come set back up.
Oh, well, that's cool.
And
The answer is yes.
yeah, I told them absolutely whatever day they wanted, and I'll let them know about Powhatan if they want to come set up at the.
So
Powhatan
obviously
Comic-Con.
they did well here last
Apparently,
time
yeah.
because if they want to come back,
Yeah, so I was like, "Oh no, it's dangerous," and Jacqueline was like, "No, it's good."
yeah, they set up here last year,
Yeah,
so out front. So lots of stuff going on. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day,
I know.
and today's Fat Tuesday.
I mean, every day for me is Fat Tuesday.
It's Fatter Tuesday. Then.
The fattest Tuesday.
It's the fattest Tuesday. That's right. So Jacqueline's probably gonna go home and eat the rest of her king cake.
Oh, yeah. She mentioned that she'd been eating king cake.
Yep, she's been eating king cake since Saturday,
Mm,
and it was a big king cake,
yeah.
but a teeny tiny baby. I'm just saying.
Mm.
That's right. Valentine's. I love you, Tommy.
I love you too. Tess just looked at us like we did something wrong.
She did.
Men can love each other.
We think highly of you, Tess. Look, I don't get to look like that and go anywhere near.
Oh God, what
I respect and think highly of you, Tess.
what did David Rose say? Was it with great affection? Oh
What?
God, Schitt's Creek. There's something that David Rose says instead of "I love you." It's something like "with great affection" or something. Where's Phoebe? I need Phoebe. She knows. She knows what he says because she always corrects me when I say it wrong. She knows things and I don't. Okay.
That's shocking. I am shocked. Not appalled, just shocked.
Yeah. Well.
All right, I've been nice to Tess. Now we can go back to Tessa Boo and move on. I done my daily
You've done
duty.
your bit.
Let's see here. Well, that's your pick of the week.
That is my pick of the week. That's Gregory's pick of the week. I know that's shocking.
We're going to do Gregory's pick of the week first because it's only half okay.
And what's really funny is Gregory also thinks it's only half okay.
Yeah, he also hates Quicksilver, I think. Like, we're all on board with Quicksilver's a jerk.
Here, first up is going. I see. This whole camera thing throws me off. It's like, here, we can, instead of doing this, we can just talk about. Hey, have y'all seen Echo?
It's excellent. It's very good.
First up is Scarlet Witch, #1, and it's got some other guy in it.
Yeah,
sure, okay.
In a shocking turn of events, Quicksilver shows up and acts like a jerk.
What? How is that even possible?
Yeah. But again, it's well written. The art's beautiful. Darcy is hilarious. The villain of the issue threw me because he's like a D-list Fantastic Four villain that suddenly is trying to take on the Scarlet Witch. Like, I was like, what?
Yeah, well,
so weird. Yeah.
Sure, why not?
But it's pretty good setup for whatever.
Darcy's still in it then.
Yeah,
so
Darcy's still there. Yep.
Yeah. I have not read this yet.
Yeah.
Marvel books didn't get here till today.
Yeah.
Yesterday is today-ish.
Everything showed up kind of late this week, so.
Pew!
But it picks up right where the last series ended.
It's the same team, too.
Yeah, it's the same creative team. It totally could have just been the next issue of that series, just with Quicksilver in it.
But why? Why do we have to have Quicksilver?
Maybe that's the thing we can talk to Dan Buckley about over next weekend.
He doesn't care.
I know.
Obviously, they had something they wanted to do with Quicksilver. Like,
Yeah.
but why do you put him on a does he sell books?
I can't imagine.
Like, is this book going to sell more with Quicksilver's name on it versus just Scarlet Witch's name on it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Yeah, I just, once again, logic, I don't understand.
Yeah. The upside, it's good. Like, not only do we dislike Quicksilver, but Wanda also kind of dislikes Quicksilver. Like, the consensus of the book is that guy's a jerk.
Yeah, we know that. And then we got an ad for Web of Spider-Man #1, which seems interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're doing with it exactly.
So the tagline for the new Web coming out, this is not tomorrow, it's in the future. It says, "To witness the beginning of every major spider story."
Yeah.
So is it going to be like a 0.1?
It looks like an anthology book based on all the names I see.
Well, I'm wondering if maybe it's just a one-shot.
And Greg Capullo does the cover, so I
mean, I'm going to read it.
Yeah, me too.
I just don't know what.
Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing, but
I don't read as much like news.
I haven't been lately. I probably should get back to it.
I guess the big news today, which may or may not happen, is that Marvel and DC has agreed to reprint in an omnibus form all their crossovers.
DeMatteis was very excited that his Spider-Man Batman stuff is going to get reprinted.
Yep. The only thing not getting reprinted is JLA Avengers.
The thing that everybody wants. Yes. Yeah. And I saw somebody complain. They're like, "Oh man, they're reprinting the amalgam stuff, but it's going to be so expensive." And I'm like, "Go find some dollar boxes, man."
Yeah, you
could probably put the whole thing together.
I'm gonna say you probably put the whole thing together like $25.
Yeah. Like
I'm going to get the omnibuses.
The only one of the amalgam books that has more than like $2 or $3 worth of value is the Legends of Dark Claw, and that's just because it looks like Batman the Animated Series with Wolverine Batman combo.
Yeah, I'm like that one I could do without, but the one I'm like, I need another version of Superman Spider-Man, right? Like I have all the Treasury editions and multiple copies, but the fact that they're reprinting those in there, allegedly reprinting those.
We haven't seen the list yet.
Yeah, until I actually see them.
Yeah.
Like they've put out a list, but until I actually maybe even hold it,
am
I going to believe it's going to come out?
One's going to be Marvel versus DC, and the other omnibus is going to be amalgam.
Right.
Which I assume they're going to do the Marvel versus DC miniseries that led into amalgam in that one.
Yeah, I'm assuming.
I would think
that would make sense.
Yeah,
because the rest of them were really
they were all just one shots. Yeah, it was just a bunch of one shots.
Yeah. So, but
but
once again, that was some news today. Once I'm holding it in my hand, then I will believe said thing. Until then, no. Next is The Hunger and the Dusk, number 6.
Mhm.
6, right?
Yes, number 6. I have thoroughly loved every issue of this book. This one included, until I got to the end. And they were basically like, end of part 1, we'll be back in the summer. And I'm like,
See you next year.
it's so far away. So far away. This is the first time we've really got flashbacks and kind of backstory on the orcs and their relationships with each other. So like the book itself is fascinating. It's fantastic. It's like 2 different cultures trying to merge together. And one of the cultures is fractured into multiple mini cultures inside the culture. And they're all kind of, fighting with each other. Anyway, if you enjoy high fantasy type stuff like Dungeons and Dragons type things, or even Conan, anything like that, this is a really well written, beautifully illustrated 6-issue miniseries.
Or if you just like adventure.
Yeah, it is an action adventure story.
Yeah.
Like these ancient evil has risen, and the humans and the orcs for the first time in their history are like, we have to work together or we're all going to die.
But then again, their motto is still the enemy of my enemy is my enemy.
Orcs.
Like they're trying, but
And at first I thought they were setting it up to be like a love story. And then that didn't really pan out in this first story arc. I mean, it still could.
We may get there.
But like, the way that they were kind of hinting at some things in the first issue, I was like, oh, by issue 3, they're going to be in love. And that was not the case.
Yeah.
So if they're doing it, they're moonlighting us. It's a slow burn.
It's going to be slow. I think it's going to be slow.
Yeah.
I think the story is too large for what they're trying to.
And I really hope that like this continues on for a long time, because I've thoroughly enjoyed it and I would like to continue enjoying it.
Yeah, I've actually thoroughly enjoyed the book also.
Yeah.
Thought the art's really good in it.
Mhm.
The writing has been
overall
overly good.
Yeah, it's real good.
We'll talk about this. Right now, I am feeling displaced.
Indeed.
Number 1 from Boo.
It's like he's a glass of water and I just threw some ice in there.
Displaced. Or you can see the back. Displaced.
So this was at the bottom of my stack today, and I was like, I'll get to it if I get to it, and if I don't, I don't. And I managed to get to it, and it's an interesting story. It feels like there's been a couple TV shows similar to it, where like
I'm lost.
So we get introduced to a handful of characters pretty early on. There's like
it's in Canada.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you about that. Yeah, it's set in Canada. And we get introduced to a handful of characters at the beginning, and they're all like outside of the town that they live in. Like one guy's at a bar, it's like 2:30 in the morning. And there's like a couple who have a baby that wakes up and they're like, oh no, we're out of diapers. So the mom's like, well, I'll go to the store and get diapers. And then when they're trying to get back home, there's this crazy old dude who's like stolen a school bus and sets it on fire in the middle of the road, and has basically created a roadblock so that nobody can get past him. And while they're arguing with the guy to get past him, the entire town falls into a sinkhole and just disappears.
Huh.
Everyone in the town is just gone.
Florida?
Florida, I believe is how it's pronounced.
Do they go from Canada to Florida?
So this crazy old man is like, this has happened before in these other towns. And they're like, I've never heard of those towns. And he's like, exactly. So like, there's a mystery. Are all these people dead? I don't know. It was a very good first issue. I'm hooked.
Maybe they're just in the multiverse.
Maybe maybe they're down hanging out with King Kong in the Hollow Earth.
Ooh,
that would be cool.
I want a Kazar King Kong crossover.
Oh, that would be cool. King Kong and the Savage Land.
Mainly I just want to see Zabu. It could be King Kong versus Giant Zabu.
Mm.
Next is Gang War number 43.
It might actually be. There's been a lot of parts of this Gang War.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what number we're on, but anyway, this is the Amazing Spider-Man part of Gang War, which is really the main story.
Yeah, it's the only part of it that I've really kept up with.
Like Deadly Hands of Kung Fu come out tomorrow.
Yeah, that also comes out. Yeah, I think the Spider Woman.
It It wasn't in my box, so
Oh,
the answer is no.
Okay.
But it came out late last time.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks late.
All right.
Anyway, we're still gaining in the war.
Yep. This is the next to last part in Amazing Spider-Man. So the next issue of Amazing Spider-Man is the end of the gang war. And this has some great like one-liners from She-Hulk and like we're kind of seeing how Madame Mask is controlling all these people for the first time, really. And like there's a lot of stuff like it starts off with Spider-Man at his Randy Robertson's bedside. Randy's in the hospital, like in a coma.
Right.
And Spider-Man's like, I will avenge you. And Robbie's like, you better.
We still have, well, like I said, Deadly Hands of Kung Fu come out this week also.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have Miles Morales.
That's also this week.
Then Luke Cage,
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Woman, then Amazing Spider-Man 44, and then it ends with Daredevil Gang War, which...
Yeah, I'm not sure why the Daredevil gang war is the end of the gang war, but whatever.
Yeah, I guess it's the epilogue.
Yeah, probably.
Epilogue.
Epilogue. Yeah, so anyway, it's like this is the big fight, basically. It's Madame Mask versus the new Beetle.
Man, there's a lot of good ads in here. Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, trapped on Earth 616 for good.
Or evil. Yeah, probably for good.
I am looking forward to Jackpot and the Black Cat.
Me too.
Those two together always do well.
I saw somebody complaining about it on Reddit. Shocking.
Have they never read
Apparently
a Mary
not.
Jane Black Cat book?
They're like,
'Cause
who wants a Jackpot book? And I was like, this guy?
I do.
I would very much like a Jackpot book.
And then we
please.
have a Black Widow Venom and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
In case y'all did not know,
Yeah, Black
Black
Widow's-
Widow is actually Venom.
She's got a symbiote now.
Ooh, Django Fett.
Yeah.
See, Django Fett.
Before he lost his head.
Man, there's a lot of ads in this one.
There really is.
Man, they really gone all out on the
There's a whole
man.
gang of ads.
Darth Vader.
X-Men
Holy-
for never.
Holy moly. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Holy Jesus. Spider-Man, Miles Morales 18. Huh.
Yeah.
All that. Plus a story.
Yeah, there's apparently a comic in there somewhere.
Oh, look, there's X-Men 97. Guess they're doing a comic on that too, huh?
Yep. Yep.
You can't just give us the show.
Nope. Clearly not.
I came in here a couple of weeks ago
Mm-hmm.
and the kids were watching X-Men.
Yeah.
Bad. I understand that the
I-
X-Men animated series got a lot of people
Yeah.
into comics and coming
Yeah.
into comic shops. Wow.
That is the hottest take you've ever had.
Wow. Yeah.
You're gonna-
like they did a okay job. Like there's parts that was really good, right? Where
Yeah.
they brought, but there's just some parts it was like, wow, the dialogue.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was what 92?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think X-Men Evolution was the best X-Men cartoon.
Yes.
That one was awesome.
Especially when Captain America showed up in the Wolverine thing. That was pretty nice.
Yes.
I mean, I also want to be fair. I enjoyed the Spider-Man animated series. It also was awful.
We like a lot of things that are bad.
Like watching it now, it's like, boy, is that hard. That is hard to watch. Like I enjoyed it when it was coming out. but
Yeah.
Boy, is it. It does not hold up well. Next is Tommy's pick of the week
Shocking because
for
I
the
think
fifth month in a row.
I think this has been my pick every time the book has
It
come
is
out.
Transformers number five. Five. I can't get it.
Yeah.
Five. And yes, spoiler alert, that's Optimus's new arm laying on the ground.
Yup.
Yes, I said it correctly.
Let me tell you.
Optimus's new arm is right there on the ground.
In this issue, you see Starscream pee his pants. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty daunting.
Oh man. And I was talking about this earlier. I don't know how he's able to draw robots with so much emotion. Like their body language and everything. He is unbelievably talented.
And if y'all remember, if you're old enough to remember when the Transformers was coming out, you could do a mail-in and get like a camera that was reflector. he is in here for like 4 panels.
I think he's in there a little more than that. I think he's in there for like a couple pages.
That's about 4 panels in this book.
That's fair.
So you get to see Reflector. And boy, is he reflective.
Uh-huh.
Especially right there. This is right before Starscream pees his pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
This book is good.
Yeah.
God. Yeah.
And then at the end, they bring it, like every issue, they're bringing in a few more characters. The end of this issue, whoo boy.
Yeah, things seem to be going pretty well in this issue until it wasn't.
Yeah.
Like he's done a really good job of one-upping himself on shock value.
Yeah.
On this book. And
the fight scenes are like, they feel like they're choreographed by stunt people.
Yeah.
They're really well put together.
And this book is brutal.
Yeah.
Like brutal. Like hurt brutal.
Yeah. Optimus is a little banged up.
Yeah.
There's a reason he needed Megatron's arm, because his fell off. And then he beat a guy with it. So, you know.
Yeah. And if you want to see Megatron, you have to read Cobra Commander.
Which number 2 comes out next week. I'm so excited for that.
If you're
God,
wondering what Megatron is and why he's not in the Transformers book, well, why only his arm is in the Transformers book, you need to go read Cobra Command.
Yeah.
They are actually doing a really good job. God. With all of that.
And like we ordered the next issue of Void Rivals was an FOC last week, and I just
finally
I'm like, God, please hurry up. Because like they ended on a bit of a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then they're like, we're gonna take a couple months off. And I'm like, driving me crazy. But yeah, the Energon universe stuff is some of my favorite comics coming out right now. It's fun, it's insanity, it's brutal.
And I have no idea where they're going with any of this.
Me neither.
I wonder if they have any idea where they're going.
I think Kirkman probably does. Like he was very specific that when they finally do get around to doing a big crossover event, he's like, it'll be 2 years. Yeah. At least 2 years.
Well, like we know where like Cobra Commander and Duke is going.
Yeah.
Like
how long is it going to take to get there? Is the question.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Which I'm fine. Like I'm here for the ride. I've enjoyed every bit of it so far.
Yeah. You've got me to read 2 G.I. Joe books starring Duke. Not Scarlet, not Snake Eyes, Duke.
Yep.
And I've enjoyed it. That's impressive.
Yep.
I'm just saying that's
Do you read Duke and Channing Tatum's voice?
I do not.
Me neither.
But no.
He's no peacemaker.
No, it won't work that way.
No.
Have you started watching He-Man yet?
I am 3 episodes from the end.
And the new one?
Yep.
Or
nope. I read one sitting. I watched all 5 of those episodes in one sitting.
So you finally finished season 2?
Yeah. Yeah. So we had dinner last Sunday, and half the dinner he was like, He-Man, let me tell you. So Monday night, I watched the first 5 episodes.
Okay.
And
again.
Yes. I watched
first season. Okay.
I watched the first 5 episodes again, and then Tuesday I watched the next 5.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, I watched the first 2, and then I fell asleep. So I need to finish watching the 3rd season. But man, you were right. It's so good.
The 2nd season, man. It's just brutal. It's just brutal. It's so good. Especially at the end.
Yeah.
And like I like at the end of that when Tila's like, I'm not staying in this castle.
Yeah, she's like,
no. What kind of crap is this? And Orko.
Oh, man.
If you ever watched the original He-Man and you were just really, really sick and tired of Orko, Kevin Smith has corrected all of that.
Yep.
And
after watching this and having Orko redeemed like that, like the first issue of Thundercats didn't have Snarf in it. He was on the cover, but he wasn't in the book.
Right.
And I'm like, can they do for Snarf?
We'll find out.
Book what they did for Orko?
We'll find out.
That would be honestly an impressive feat. Because Snarf was way more annoying than Orko.
But the the friendship between Lynn and Orko.
Yeah, unexpected, out of nowhere, and really, God,
Telling you, the writing
yeah,
is so good.
It's like all the shades of gray, like villains that aren't exactly evil. Like,
Yeah.
Evil Lynn took the name Evil, I think, because she wanted to be evil because Skeletor, but she's just.
So I didn't. So I watched the third season again.
Did you
this past
after we
weekend
talked?
Because the third season is great. Yeah, it is on Netflix, Rachel.
Yeah.
So as soon as I watched it again, I went back and I found on YouTube some old clips.
Okay.
Right. And I went, crap. It finally dawned on me that Lynn and Skeletor was really your first Joker Harley issue.
Oh, wow.
Because if you go back to how he took her in,
yeah,
and basically groomed her, that was in the 80s.
Wow, yeah.
So this Harley
Dang.
Joker thing was basically a takeoff of that to me, especially now seeing the new Kevin Smith stuff.
Wow.
Because we knew it.
Yeah.
But it's now been proven.
Skeletor's more evil than we thought.
Skeletor, yes. That is, I think that's the point.
Yeah. Wow.
I can't wait to get the last issue in the speech. He-Man gives Skeletor a speech. This is why this is my favorite. So y'all, I repeat myself a lot. Tess.
Yes.
Is that I don't care about villains. It's not something I do. I don't care. I don't care what your cry story is that turned you into a villain. And you're going to get there. But basically, He-Man just looks at Skeletor and goes, "You still think you're a victim." Oh. And gives him a speech about, "Yeah, I just don't care." And I went, yes. It's a little bit deeper than that.
Yeah.
But it comes full circle into, yeah, I just don't really care why you're a villain. Wow. Yeah, you really think you're a victim. I'm like, oh my God. Because he literally looks at him and goes, "Oh, you still think you're a victim." It's good. Yes.
Yeah, I'm hoping this week, sometime in the next few days, I can watch those 3 episodes.
Yeah, they are. They are wonderful.
Yeah.
You know how I'm going to tell you this too. I'm spoiling stuff, but it's great. So you know how in the first 2, or I guess it was really in the season 2 where He-Man shared the power.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he does that again in this last series. And then he's getting ready to go over to Cringer, and Cringer goes, "I just have one question." He goes, yeah. He goes, "Does this mean the whole time you could have hugged me with the power?" Because of the way he transferred his power to someone. Does this mean you could have hugged me?
And Cringer, not Battle Cat. Cringer. Standing up to people. Yeah.
Yeah, because you said you made it through 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So you got to the part where Cringer told him, like I've been with you through too much.
Yeah.
You know where my loyalty lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, hey, that works out well. Yes. If you want to watch something great. And I'm pretty sure Kevin Smith wrote like every episode.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
So it is phenomenal. It's great. I will probably watch the finale of season 3 again 2 or 3 times this week. Yeah, there's a couple of really good moments in that. And I enjoy the speech. You think you're a victim. Good times. Good times. I still need to get to the Marvels. Jacqueline and I are going to watch the Marvels this weekend.
Well,
I have not watched that.
First thing I did yesterday when I got here was put on the Marvels. And then some point in the middle of the day today, Gregory put on the Marvels. It's pretty much been on in the background at least once a day since it came out.
Gotcha. Yeah, Jacqueline and I just haven't had time, so we'll probably, because Saturday we were here, and then Sunday was I actually did stuff around the house, and it was football day.
Phoebe and I watched the entirety of the Superb Owl from
Wow.
Well, we missed the kickoff. We were at the grocery store, So
Yeah, but
from
wow.
about midway through the first quarter till it was all over, we
So
watched it.
you watched
Yep.
more football in one day than you had the rest of your life combined.
Pretty much.
Wow, that's impressive.
And I will say I have never enjoyed watching football until I watched it with Phoebe because she and I makes fun of a lot of the same things.
Huh.
So yeah, it was. We had a good time.
My only regret is I didn't have Nickelodeon to watch.
Same. I didn't know anything about it until the next day. I keep seeing TikToks
I
of
knew
like
Dora.
yes, explaining penalties. I was like, SpongeBob and Patrick on commentary.
Yeah.
God.
And they did the I haven't seen it, but they were supposed to do, years ago on SpongeBob, they did like a halftime show.
Right.
They were supposed to do that again at halftime.
Did you see the famous people in the crowd that they were taking pictures? Oh, it was basically famous people, but fish. Megan the Sturgeon. Shrimpathy Chalamet. Yeah, they were. Oh man, those were the two that really stuck out as being very clever. But there was a million of them.
Yeah. And then we had the Atlanta halftime show, so I was very happy with that.
I was almost happy with that. Here's the thing: Killer Mike is from Atlanta. He just won 3 Grammys.
Right.
Where was his invite?
So here's the thing: you got to remember. All those Atlanta people you saw in there, they're in the Atlanta Falcons Stadium every Sunday when they play.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So they are like on the board and everything.
Okay.
They are football fans.
Because the 2 people that I thought should have been there that weren't, because it was a tribute to Atlanta, was Killer Mike and Big Boy from Outkast.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys, I was like, where are they?
Yeah. So when you go to a Falcons game, when you open up, they're either there or they're on the big screen doing some introduction.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like they are okay. So they did a sweet victory for the national anthem. Like I said, I knew they were supposed to do it. I didn't know what for, but yeah. So they are a part of.
So I will say I'm not the biggest Usher fan. His version of R&B is very generic and he makes music not to offend people.
But come on, he was on roller skates.
I was gonna say where things picked up is when they came out on the roller skates, and the one girl fell off the stage and got a black eye, and then they had the girls on the poles, and one of them fell off the pole into the crowd.
And there's one scene, if you look back over on the left-hand side, some dude got like thrown through the crowd.
Did he?
Yes, he was.
Oh man. So like
it was entertaining.
So like both Jermaine Dupri and Will.i.am, when they came out, I was like, their voice sounds familiar, but I can't place them. And I did after I realized who they were, after I read who they were, I was like, oh, I feel stupid. But then I heard and I was like, oh, here we go. Yeah. That was really when the halftime show picked up for me, was when Lil Jon showed up and then Luda. Those were my favorite parts.
Yeah. I wasn't because I didn't know who it was, but I was very impressed by her.
Oh yeah, I didn't know who she was either.
Jacqueline knew who she was.
Oh, I did not, but she was amazing.
But she was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
Jacqueline goes, her who?
So Alicia Keys shows up, and when she stands up and she's wearing that red outfit, I was like, that's a Scarlet Witch cosplay. And so like I made that joke to because RJ was talking about how Alicia Keys deserves her own halftime show. And I made a joke about the Scarlet Witch cosplay. And then Jess was like, are you sure it was Scarlet Witch? And you know the movie Sing?
Yeah.
It was the pig from Sing in a red unitard. And I was like, you know what? Phoebe was like, she looks like a cartoon character. She was the pig from Sing. It was
so when
very similar outfit.
So when she stood up and then dropped her cape or whatever, and they showed her outfit, I did tell Jacqueline, I said, now I need like a Paramount Plus special of how they got her in that thing. Because when they were showing close, like the high heel boots and stuff was a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like it looked like it was one giant piece. I'm like, how in the world?
Yeah.
How do you I'm sure there was parts to it, but the way it looked up close, it's like, holy crap.
It was impressive costuming. I will say that.
Yeah. And the piano was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Just saying. It was pretty cool. That's all. And then there was a football game in between.
So did you see the Paramount commercial that they did?
Yeah.
That was the most unhinged commercial I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, but to be fair, every one of our generation
Yeah.
who watched all that, we thought everything in there when we were that many
Man,
years ago. So
when Patrick Stewart threw Hey Arnold, I died.
like it was perfect though, right? Football head. The what?
The speculum
Speculum.
piano.
All right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it was used for like a minute and a half.
Whew.
Good times.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I didn't pay a whole lot of attention to like the ads and stuff, but I actually watched the football game.
Well, yeah, we watched the football game. It was a good game. I enjoyed it thoroughly.
It was a good game, eh?
When Travis Kelce yelled at his coach, I heard the whole world go,
That's all the people who have actually never seen a sporting event a day in their life.
that's what I keep reading.
Yeah, I mean, like obviously, like people, if you've never watched a sporting event, don't start judging today because, like,
Yeah. I like the coach's response. It was just like, I love it when he's like this.
yeah, like let's, like they're all,
And then
like they know how it works.
Travis at the press conference was like, "Oh, did you guys see that?" He was like, hopefully I don't get in trouble. I was just telling him how much I love him." I was like,
Yeah,
all
like,
right.
yeah, I did see some people sitting there going, "Well, what about the kids?" It's like, well, obviously you haven't been to a high school game recently either, because that's even worse.
I don't sports much. This was a lot of sports for me
Yeah, I know.
for one day.
Oh my God, he threw a helmet. Sure, it's okay. It's professional sports. It's all fine. Now, you know what I am looking forward to?
What?
You know, they're starting a whole professional league like track and field and other things where they're letting them dope.
I did
There's
not
getting
know
ready
that.
to be an entire league.
We're gonna see how high we can really jump.
Yeah, and they're already talking smack because they're basically sitting there
Wow.
going, "I'm going to break like all these records." We're like, "Yeah, sure."
Wow.
I can't wait. It's always been sports entertainment to me, right? Like I need to see what you can do. Like
Yeah.
dope him up. Let's go for it, man. Yeah, I've been saying that for years.
Yeah.
Jack would just look at me. I'm like, hey, if you want to do it, just go.
Well, I mean, an adult chugging a beer at a football game doesn't really seem that bad to me.
Chucking a beer.
Well, when they put her on the jumbotron, they were clearly ready for it because her and the other lady she was with, they were like, "Oh," and then just started chugging a beer while they were on the
Sure.
jumbotron,
Mhm.
which I thought was
Sure, 'cause
amusing.
no one's ever chugged a beer at a football game.
I would absolutely not. Those things cost like $23. They are to be sipped and savored.
So every week I watch
Man.
another person that was just got wasted in an arena league game get tossed out. Like it was in Richmond in the Coliseum.
I understand going to like a sporting event and having a beer or two,
No,
but like getting wasted to the point where you
Yep.
don't know what's happening.
yeah, all the time,
That is
Yeah. every time. I mean, every week.
zoinks.
Every week I watch somebody get tossed out. It was amazing.
Wow.
Like, huh, yeah, good. See, I just like the sports. I don't really partake in all the craziness of said
Mhm.
sports.
I did see a pretty funny joke about like the streaker in the third quarter. It was actually just Usher finishing taking off the rest of his clothes.
Evidently, that was Vegas odds. Would Usher take off his shirt?
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
and it
I
was
see it.
it showed up on Jacqueline showed me where it showed up where people were guessing on it, but it ended up being like a Vegas because you can vote on anything in Vegas,
Right.
So
Right.
it ended up being the thing with Usher take off his shirt, and so
I did read when he took off his shirt, 9 people in the audience got pregnant immediately.
I did do the same thing that you did. That well, maybe not you did, but like when he came out and they announced him, I looked over at Jacqueline. I'm like, "Who's Usher?"
So, did he show people to their seats? Is what I
I
want to know.
don't know. I have no idea. Yeah,
Because
that's what he did before and after the halftime show.
This is the most sports talk we've ever had.
Yeah, it is. But it's entertaining.
Man.
He was overly sweaty.
Well,
but I'm sure it's hot in that
yeah, I would
stupid
think.
stadium too.
They were in
Like,
Vegas,
yeah.
and all those lights.
and in a dome, like it's got to be
Yeah.
like, and he's jumping around, and
And I made the assumption that they were playing on AstroTurf, but clearly it was real grass.
it's probably a combination.
You think?
Yeah,
Because they were getting stained pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't know if they were
it's probably a
painting the grass or
combination
what.
of. Like you can't keep that thing. You can't keep real grass.
Well,
in
by
there.
the end of the game, like parts of it were like
Yeah.
churned up
It's
pretty
probably-
bad from
it's-
the cleats.
It's probably part. They do like hybrid stuff
Okay.
now, so
I gotcha.
it's not like the Arizona one. The Arizona field itself can roll out of the stadium.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah.
Usher's middle age now.
Yeah. Are we all?
Hey, I feel attacked.
No, we're middle schooled, at least mentally.
Somebody came up to me the other day. They were like, "You're in your 40s, right?" I went, "Oh, thank you. You're so sweet." Middle age, come on.
All right. So before we run out of time, Saturday the 24th, Powhatan High School having Powhatan Comic Con.
Come visit Tess.
Come visit
This is
Tess.
my event. I'm renaming it.
Yep.
The
It's
test event.
it's
It's Tessaboo,
Yep. It's mine.
the Tessaboo
we-
Invitational.
We have I'm still picking up more vendors. I picked up another guy yesterday. Like it's gonna be
How heavy are these people for you to be picking them up like
I'm
that?
pretty strong.
Yeah,
I'm
you
pretty
should
strong.
be careful though, because you are middle aged.
Yes.
Bill says Tessicon.
That's the kind.
Ooh,
There you
that's
go.
a good one.
That's yep.
Wow. We're gonna have a whole con surrounding just of Tess.
Just me.
Yes, but it's the Powhatan High School this year.
The high school.
The high school.
The room is way bigger. We have way more vendors. I'm very excited for it. I'm not going to be there, but I'm very excited about it.
Does Bucky know how many people's coming?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure he understands how many people?
I'm going to shoot him an email this week and with the whole list that I have. I'm still, I got to contact some people tomorrow because I've got 3 or 4 people that have contacted me and are like maybes. And I'm trying to finalize the list so we can really blast it out in the next couple of weeks or week and a half, I guess.
That'd be the next thing, Bill. Merchandising for Tessacon and Tessaboo.
Uh-huh. Yep.
We'll set her up at a table so she can sign.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll rename Halloween Comic Fest. That's a boo.
Ooh,
See?
Yeah.
that's a thing this year. That's a thing. This year we will no longer be having the fall festival. It will be Tessaboo.
Just a giant picture of my face.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Jamie will be at Powhatan Comic Con.
Yeah,
if
but
you
I
guys
won't
want to
be-
see Jamie
I won't be
Cosley.
there. I won't be there.
Yeah, me neither.
But you could talk to Jamie about the Tessaboo
I could.
convention,
Mhm.
Convention. Yep.
or that will be replacing our
Yep.
fall
Fall
festival
festival.
with.
I totally.
I don't think she thinks we're going to do this.
No, I full-heartedly do.
She knows by now.
I think,
I know by
I think
now.
once again, I feel
I've
like she's
accepted it.
underestimating me again.
I am not underestimating you. Let's make that clear. I've accepted it.
There are signs downtown that you can rent.
Yeah.
Put Tessa's face on the thing.
Oh, wow.
Come meet Tessaboo at
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Tessacon.
Mm-hmm. They gotta pay to see me, and all the money goes to me.
Well, no, it'd still be a free event at the store, like always. Yeah, sorry.
Darn. Well, fine.
So anyway, Tommy nor I will be there next Saturday, but
I will.
the lovely and talented Tess will be there to greet people for 4 or 5
Smile and
minutes
wave.
Yeah. as her entourage gets her in and gets her out.
Mhm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So,
I'm gonna pull up in a limo.
wow,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. You guys are paying for it.
That would not be awesome. Whoa, don't be dragging me into this now.
Oh, dear.
And then, yeah, I guess that's it.
That's it for right now.
Thanks for everyone who showed up for our book club. last week.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Book club still going on the second Saturday of the month at 4:00.
Yep.
Next one will be March 9th, which I will not be at that one because I'll be at a show somewhere downtown.
Yeah. I have forgotten where it is.
Yeah, me too. I think it's at a bar or something, right? Or a brewery or something.
Oh, right. That's the
That makes sense, right?
yeah, it's
He
at
said
a, it's
it
at a
was-
brewery. Yeah. Yeah, it's at a brewery. It's like a little indie Comic-Con. That oh my god. We've got flyers up at the counter.
Yeah.
There's a possum on the flyer.
It's Virginia.
Yeah.
So
We'll talk about that more.
Yeah.
After we're done with
well, everyone have a great Valentine's Day tomorrow
Mhm.
and enjoy the rest of your Fatter Tuesday.
Fattest Tuesday.
That is Tuesday. And we will be back next
Tuesday.
Tuesday before we escape.
Before
Yeah.
you
Escape.
leave me all
Before
by
we leave you,
myself.
yes, in charge.
That's my evil laugh.
That was pretty
All
good.
right, everybody. Thanks again. We'll talk to
Bye.
y'all later. Bye.